Finding Dory is the long-awaited sequel from Pixar for Finding Nemo, and what this movie's about is Dory is actually starting to get some of her memories back. She's starting to remember who her parents were and where they are, and she wants to go find them because she misses them, so she needs the help from Marlin and Nemo to help her find her family in this Marine Life Institute. Now, when I first heard that they were making a sequel to Finding Nemo with Finding Dory, immediately I got skeptical. This is a sequel, now switching the position of the lead role to the supporting character. And the last time Pixar made a sequel where they switched the lead roles of the film, it didn't really work out that well. However, they brought Andrew Stanton back to the direct, they had the cast come back, and the trailers, they looked alright, and you know what, coming out of this movie, I was actually surprised just a little bit. Finding Dory is actually a really good animated film, and it's actually a pretty good sequel. Because instead of rehashing things that happened in the last movie, they actually had an interesting story to tell with Dory, and they actually made Dory, in my opinion, a better character. Because in Finding Nemo, she had short-term memory loss and she was just really funny. However, in Finding Dory, they flesh her out and make her actually a little more interesting. I really like that aspect. And Marlin and Nemo, they were also really good in this movie. It's great hearing Albert Brooks' voice back as Marlin again. I know that's a little weird to say, but it really was. And the new kid who voices Nemo, because the kid from Finding Nemo, he got too old, so the new kid who plays him, I thought he did a pretty good job. And Marlin and Nemo actually have a really good father-son dynamic, which is really cool. And they introduced some new characters in this movie that I thought were really entertaining. One in particular, Idris Elba as this sea lion, was just hysterical. He was awesome. And I believe this is Idris Elba's third movie and third Disney film, Zootopia, Jungle Book, and now Finding Dory. Good job, Idris. You're on a roll, my friend. I was actually a little worried that I was going to be annoyed by the girl whale named Destiny. However, I thought she was actually pretty funny in the end, and I actually felt the friendship between Dory and Destiny because they used to know each other. And also the whale right next to Destiny, played by Ty Burrell Bailey, I thought he was also really funny. I just like Ty Burrell in general. I think he's a really funny guy, so it was really cool seeing him in this movie. However, the best new character by far is Hank, played by Ed O'Neill, this octopus who wants to help out Dory. He was very, very good in this movie. And he and Dory actually had a really interesting friendship. Their chemistry, in my opinion, was one of the strong parts of this entire film. However, there's one problem I have with Hank's character, and that is they kind of set up something involving his character, and you're like, oh, really? What happened to you, man? And then they didn't really delve into it that much. It was like, oh, well, alright, you're still really entertaining, though. The animation is, of course, beautiful. Like, it's Pixar. What do you frickin' expect? It's gonna be beautifully animated, and it certainly was. The ocean, I have a weird obsession with Finding Nemo because of the ocean, like the ocean sound effects and how it just looks in general. That's probably why I wanted to watch Finding Nemo all the time when I was a kid, because I really liked how they animated the ocean. And this movie actually has a really nice message going for it. However, that does lead me to one of my problems, is that even though the message, it's nice, you know, it didn't really hit me emotionally. The first Finding Nemo, that was honestly emotionally impactful. I really felt the emotions going on with Finding Nemo. That movie almost made me cry. Finding Dory didn't almost make me cry, and as much as I thought that message was nice, it didn't really impact me the way I really wanted it to. And one other thing, this movie is actually really fast-paced, which I actually enjoyed. There was never really a dull moment for me in this movie. I was always interested in what was going on the screen. However, that kind of leads to an abrupt ending. Not to say it was a horrible ending. The real reason why I have a problem with this ending is pretty much just because they came right off a finale where something pretty big happens, and then 2 minutes later, oh, we're done. Okay, but overall, I did have a lot of fun with Finding Dory. This movie has some really funny humor to it as well, like the last movie. I think everyone is going to be able to enjoy it, especially if you're a fan of Finding Nemo. You'll probably love this movie, and I think it's for both adults and children, honestly. I'm gonna give Finding Dory an A-. It probably won't be my favorite animation of the year. That's still Zootopia, but I still really dug Finding Dory. It's really good, and it's actually a lot better than what I expected. I expected maybe like, it's okay. No, it's actually really good. I'm a little surprised by that. But if you saw Finding Dory, leave in the comments below of what you thought of it, and as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher, and happy Father's Day on Sunday, if you're a father. If you're not a father, then just bye-bye.